So this time I'm going to show you how I made this handy rake with quite a couple of uses, more than you might think. So the main material that I'm going to use for this rake, the steel part, is it's a couple of pieces of offcut rebar. Now I've got a couple of pieces laying around, not too much, it is only offcuts, or they are offcuts. I'm going to bend 3 of them in a similar shape like this. That's for the teeth of the rake, and then I'm going to take another piece that is going to be the handle, and then I'll manufacture not a handle, it's going to be the arm or the main body, and then I'm going to manufacture a handle afterwards. So let me first cut these to size, clean them up a bit, bend enough of them in the rake points like this, and then I'll get them welded together. So first I'm going to bend them, then weld them. So what I've done in order to put the rake parts together, these angled irons like I've had here, I've put 2 of them, one here and one here, together upright on a metal surface, which is my vise in this case. You can use a welding table or any. So what I'm going to do is 2 at a time, I'm going to weld those 2 together, whereafter I'm going to put the third one next to it like that, and weld that together as well. And thereafter, then I will attach the handle as well. So let's start with those 2 first. So now that I've welded everything together, this is basically what the bottom part looks like. This is the teeth of the rake. And this is obviously the handle that I welded it onto, or not the handle, this is the arm basically. I'm going to do the handle next, so I'll make that in a moment. And then I just painted this all black. Now, I know some of you might say that for this middle part, I could have just used a longer piece of this rebar and then just bend the end and welded these 2 to the end. And while that would work perfectly great, I just didn't have a piece long enough to do that. So this arm was the straightest or the longest piece of straight rebar that I had, and these were all offcuts of the badly bent and damaged pieces that I had. So I cleaned off the points and the edges, and I welded them together. And yes, some of you I know can probably weld that a lot better, which is awesome, and that's great that you can do that. But once again, amateur welder, amateur welding. And this still is very strong. I mean, this doesn't break or anything. You can beat this and it's not going to go anywhere. So it is on there quite solid. So this is painted, ready for action. So let me get on to manufacturing the handle now. Well, for the handle, it's going to be simple. I merely took 2 pieces of offcut wood like this. This is normal pine wood. And then I basically only glued 2 pieces together like so with wood glue. This has been standing overnight, so this should be dry by now. Let's take off the clamps and have a look at that. Some different pieces of clamps. Yes, there we can see it's perfectly glued together very well. So what I'm going to do with this now is basically cut a strip there, and once I've got that rectangular piece, that's going to be my handle. And I'm going to do some corners or round over the corners with a round over bit like this. This looks a bit big at the moment, but I'm going to sand all 4 sides so it's nice and smooth. And it's got a couple of chips on the end here, but that's also fine. That is going to be rounded over with the round over bit. So let me sand this smooth so it's nice and uniform. And then I'm going to round it over. Oh, there you go. That's what the piece of wood or the handle came out like. I only drilled a hole in the one end. That's obviously where the shaft of the rake will come in. Now I'm going to paint or stain this so it's a darker color so it don't show dirty as easily, and also to protect, to give the wood a little bit of protection. So that was quite simple. It was quite easy to do as well. Like I said, for the hole, the plan of the hole is only for the rod to be put in there. Now this, I drilled the hole just big enough for this to go in tight fit. So I'm going to hammer that in there, and along with the rod in the hole, I'm going to add some epoxy glue to keep that in place once it's hardened. So I'm going to stain this in the meanwhile, make it dry. Well, I've taken the handle now. The handle is nicely, it's been stained that ebony black color. We can do it whatever color you like. You can leave it a wood color as well. I've put some glue in the top there and then jammed the rest of the rake in there. This is obviously the rest of it. And this is now solid, so I can now nicely hold it on to the handle with, and except if you let it fall, and you can easily maneuver it. Now, obviously, the glue still has to dry, but that is wedged in there as well. I did hammer it in, so it's not going to fall out. And you can give it a good yank and pull, and it still will remain in there. So it's not like it's going to fall out very soon. The glue is still a bit wet, but like I said, it's jammed in and it won't fall out. So let's see a couple of examples of what you can do with this thing. You can, for example, use this rake to get rid of that annoying itch. Oh yes. You can use the rake in your garden to rake your soil, as well as any dead debris one side, but very useful for that purpose. You can use it to make your own little Zen garden, whether you want to rake the small pebbles or the larger ones. You can do them both very effectively and efficiently with this device. Or on those very cold and windy days, you can use this as a fire poker for your fireplace, or on the nice sunny and warm days that you want to have a family barbecue, you can use this as a fire poker for your barbecue grill as well. So if you have any more awesome ideas what to do with this rake, please let me know in the comments below. Also, if you do like this project and all the other ones on my channel, please like this video and also subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so yet. If you wish to support my channel, you can also please check out the super thanks icon down below. Until next time, thank you very much, guys.